let's warm up here and we'll get really started with some real stuff here. We'll give it some shuffles here before we start. Okay. Okay, we'll give it one more shuffle. Perfect, and I'll ask you just to cut the cards for me. Nice job, thanks very much. No, I'm fooling, cut the cards seriously. Okay, perfect.
Right.
Now, we'll just try this. We'll try to go from simple to easy. Now, I don't know if do you play cards at all?
No.
Not too much. You might not even be aware of this, but you have a lucky card.
Okay.
So when you cut the deck, you actually cut your lucky card, the Two of Hearts.
Okay.
Well, I can see that you're impressed.
All right.
It's not enough to know that you have a lucky card. What does it do? You look, if you put it in the center like this and then you give it a shake, it's very lucky. See, it will come back to the top just like that.
Okay.
Well, I can see that look in your eye, and I think you're probably thinking, oh, I bet you have a lot of those lucky cards. So do me a favor, take your lucky card, and then on the face of the card, if you would, write your name in big letters so that the folks at home would be able to see it. Okay. But now be careful, that's a permanent marker, so don't get any ink on yourself.
Okay.
And if you want to put another mark that you would recognize, oh, like a pin or a credit card number.
No, okay.
Probably not, okay. All right. So we've had Mark has put his initials on the card. Now, I'm sure that you would agree I could have another Two of Hearts. I don't have one, but if I did, I wouldn't have one with your initials on it. Okay. And just like I did the first time, I'll bury your card, but this time I'm going to put it closer to the bottom. And I'm not going to go fast because it's not how fast I do this, but the fact that once I give it a shake like this, it's very lucky, so it will come to the top.
Okay.
Just like this, watch. Close to the bottom, and you give it a shake. It's very lucky it will come to the top. Now, no matter how many times I do this, people often wonder, well, why did you sign that card? Do you have any idea why I had you sign that card?
Just to make sure that I knew which was my card.
Well, right. In other words, if I had another Two of Hearts, but it didn't have your initials on it, you would know I was trying to cheat you, right? You knew.
Yeah.
I'm not above that, but you are a nice guy.
All right.
So I don't think I'll do that. In other words, I couldn't go like this and just give it a shake and then reach into my pocket up here and then take out a Two of Hearts with your initials on it. That would be impossible. Those are your initials, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that would be impossible.
Okay.
You didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
No.
I'll do it again. Watch. You give it a shake, and oh, I should have thought about this. The first time it goes here, but the second time, yeah, second time over here, just like that.
Okay.
See, like this. Now, I'm going to give you another chance, but if you don't catch me now, then there's no excuse. Okay? So here we go, just like this. And, oh, no. I didn't do anything. I had a little itch, but I can see that you're really watching me.
All right.
No, do me a favor. Just touch the cards like this. Say go.
Go.
Go. See, now when I did that, if we look through the cards here, you'll notice that now the Two of Hearts is, in fact, gone. There's a Two of Diamonds, of course. There's other twos that you'll see here, but the Two of Hearts has, of course, vanished.
Okay.
Right? You did say go, right?
Yeah.
You know where you sent it?
No.
I always keep it in the box over here. See, just like this. See, and there's your initials on there, just like that. All right. So let's try something else here.
Okay.
And let me take the jokers out first. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of times when people know that I do cards, they'll often ask me about cheating at cards. They'll often say, oh, I'd hate to play cards with you. But let me try to show you something with the aces. I'd like to show you where the aces are and the fact that I only have 4 aces. So we have the Ace of Clubs that's close to the bottom. And then as we get closer to the center, we have the Ace of Hearts. And then at the center, past the center, now we're getting into the top part of the deck. We have the Ace of Diamonds, and finally the Ace of Spades, just like that. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little story. As you can see, those were the only 4 aces in there. Okay. This story happened about almost 40 years ago now in a small hotel room in Los Angeles. And in that hotel room were 4 of the finest card cheats in the country. They were there to determine who was the finest card cheat in the country, and they were going to do that by finding the ace. The winner of the contest would be the card cheat that found an ace in the most spectacular manner. Now, the first cheat, he was from New York, and his approach was pretty simple. He reached over, he gave the cards a cut, and when he did, well, he cut to the Ace of Spades, and he said, no, that's the way we do it in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Now, the next cheat, he stepped up, and he was from the Big D from Dallas. His approach was a little different than the first guy. He gave the cards a cut like this. He said, 18 cards down, 1 card shot out of the deck like this, Ace of Diamonds. And he said, now beat that, boys.
Okay.
Now, the third cheat, he stepped up. He was from Las Vegas, and he said, well, what you guys did, that's all right for the rest of the country, but it would never fly in Las Vegas. It's just not flashy enough. He said, this is what we do in Las Vegas. He gave the card some shuffles like this. He gave it some cuts like this, and after a final shuffle, he split the deck into 2. So let me give it one more shuffle just like this. Now, Mark, which pile would you like, this one or this one? That one. He said, you know, that's where the ace is.
Okay.
But in Las Vegas, I'm known as a famous card counter, a person that tracks cards while they played 21. He said, if you check this pile, you'll find a king. Sure enough, when they checked, there was a king. Okay. He said, now all you have to do to find the third ace is just to spell king. K-I-N-G. King. Sure enough, there was a third ace. Now, see, I could tell you were worried, so was I. Now, the last cheat, he stepped up, and this is what he did. He took the two red aces like this, and then he put that king face down in between, and then he shuffled them into the pack. But the thing about this last guy, nobody knew anything about him. They didn't know where he came from. They didn't even know what his real name was. They just called him the mysterious kid. Now, the kid that gave the deck some shuffles like this, he gave it a little cut, but when he spread the cards out, there was still only one card face down between the two red aces. Okay. Now, tonight, Mark, a mystery will be solved. First of all, it's not the fact that you now know that the mysterious kid, he did find the last ace. Okay. It's not the fact that you now know that the mysterious kid, well, he did win that competition, and he was named the finest card cheat in the country. But it is a fact that you now know the identity of the mysterious kid. And you can just call me the kid, Mr. Mysterious. I answer to them all. All right. Now, while I'm on the subject of cheating, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard that these folks that cheat at cards, they're able to hide cards in their hand? Have you ever heard that? Yes. You've heard that. I don't know if you've ever seen that, so let me kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about here. And I'll go ahead and, since we have the aces, I'll just use the aces for this. And we'll just start with a couple right here. Okay. Now, if I take one of them, I can go ahead and I can hide it in my hand like that. What do you think? How does that look?
That looks very obvious.
It does? Well, how about on this side? It looks a little better, right? See, I can actually hide the card in the folds of my hand like this, and you can't really see it, right? Unless I go ahead and if I join it with the other card there, then you'll see it there, leaving me with these two here, and this one right here. We'll try it again. Look. Now, you've seen this on the stage. You've seen magicians do this, where they're able to hold their hands up like this, turn them this way so that it appears that everything has vanished, but really, that card is hidden in the folds of their hand, just like this. And again, if I just put it down like this, you'll actually see it. So the third one joins it like this. Okay, so we now got three. Now, I mentioned about card cheats and hiding the card in their hand. If you're playing cards, and of course, as the cards are being dealt, in order for you to hide that card, you have to use a special technique. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I have to be able to, as I'm dealing the card down, I have to be able to pick it up off the table. It's a very difficult technique, but let me give it a shot here. So if I pick it up like that, now of course it's not here or here, and then I just have to add it like this, and you see then of course it comes like that. See, that's just a little cheating technique right there. All right, so now let me ask you another question. All right, now since you play cards a little bit, do you have a good memory, a good card memory? Yeah. You do? Yes. Okay. The reason I ask that, if you have a good card memory, that means that you will know cards that have already been played. So you're not going to waste money or time trying to chase a card to fill a straight or a flush because you know that card has been played. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to give you a test. To test your memory. Okay, now I know that's not fair. You thought you were going to see a trick. Now you're going to get a test. But this is pretty easy because what we'll do is we'll use the four aces for this. I'm going to put them in an order that's easy for you to remember. So first of all, we have the two red aces. The two red aces. Then we have the two black aces. But the important thing to remember here is that the ace of spades, that's the leader ace. Ace of spades is the leader ace. Have you got it? Yes. Quick! What's the ace of spades?
The leader.
Oh, perfect. Good. Now see? I didn't mean to make you nervous. I just want to see how you did under pressure. Right. I thought you did great. Okay. Now, the other aces, they'll go in a line like this. But it is important to remember that the ace of spades is, of course, the leader. Perfect. And neatness counts. That's what my wife's always telling me and the kids, just like that. Now, this is what we'll do. We'll place a few cards on each of the aces. On the leader ace, we'll place a few. And on the first red ace, we'll place a few. Now watch. I do nothing. Okay. But I do it well. Another little thing my wife's telling me. Okay? But now look, if we check the first pile, look, I've got the 7 of hearts, the queen of clubs, the 3 of spades, and the 9 of spades. The first red ace has disappeared. Okay. We check the leader ace pile. I've got the leader ace, the 10 of diamonds, the 7 of spades, and the first red ace. Okay. Watch, we'll try it again. A few more cards on the next one, just like this. Did you see me lightning shoot out from my hands when I did that? No. You did?
No.
Oh, well, but look, we check over here. Now look, I got the queen of diamonds, the six of diamonds, the king of spades, and the six of hearts. The second red ace has disappeared. We check the leader ace pile again. I've got the red ace, I got the leader ace, I got the 10 of diamonds, and I got the second red ace.
Okay.
Am I going too slow for you?
No.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I'm trying to figure out how you do that.
All right. Now remember, I told you this is a memory test.
Okay.
This is it.
Okay.
Do you remember what the last ace happens to be?
The last ace is the diamond.
Turn it up, you can say, and then let the folks at home see it. So you can see it's the ace of clubs.
Oh, okay.
Ace of clubs.
All right.
Card memory. Let me move these over here. Now watch. Okay, I'm going to put it over here close to you. I'm not going to touch it again. Oh, I saw that look in your eye. You can go ahead and check it, make sure it's still there. Show them it's still there. I don't want you to think I'm cheating. Okay. Still there? Perfect. Yes, okay. Now, go ahead if you would. Just put your hand on it. Okay, so I can't get it because I don't think you trust me. That's not a bad thing. Okay.
Right.
Now,
just touch it?
Just put your hand right on top of it so I can't get it. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this packet of cards, touch it to your hand.
Okay.
When I do, you may feel a slight shock ripping through your body. Okay. It sounds like fun. I'm excited. All
right.
Okay, here we go. On the count of three, watch. 1, 2. You know, 3 years ago I did this. I don't want to worry. I did this fella. He just dropped dead right in his mashed potatoes. It was pretty embarrassing and a little messy, but
all right.
I don't see any mashed potatoes. I think you're going to be fine. So here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, did you feel a shock with your hand when I did that?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
You didn't?
Nah, I just felt it hitting my hand.
Well, don't move your hand yet. This is unusual because now you see I've got the 10 of diamonds, the 7 of spades, the 2 of hearts, and the 9 of diamonds. Mm-hmm. And if you raise your hand, you're going to find that those 3 aces went right through it. Go ahead, turn it up.
All 4 of them.
All 4, that's right.
Wait a minute.
All right, so let me try something else. All right, and then we'll be done, I think.
All
right. Now, you know, I had this dream the other night that I was playing poker with a bunch of magicians.
Okay.
So, you know, there was a lot of cheating going on in that game, right? Mm-hmm. So what I did is when I woke up, well, actually when I came to, what I did is I took a bunch of different cards to make up this poker hand that I had in my dream, and I brought them here so that you could see it, just like this. Now, in my dream, when I looked at my whole card, I was feeling pretty good because, see, I had an ace of spades. Mm-hmm. That wasn't until I looked at my other cards, you see, because then I had nothing but aces of spades. Oh, okay, so you see why I had to take them from another deck,
yeah.
Right? But then about halfway through my dream, there was an interesting turn of events. Okay. Did you see that turn of events?
Yeah.
I thought you might now, because, see, when I looked at my hand now, well, I had a red one-eyed jack. Oh, and I know what you're thinking. That's not red, that's black. Mm-hmm. But see, I'm not talking about the face. I'm talking about the back. Okay. See, that's my wild card. Say my wild card. But even if you have a wild card, it doesn't do you very much good if you have aces. But the beauty of the wild card is this. You can take a wild card, put the ace against it just like this, and it will look just like that other card. That's why they call it a wild card. And not only that, but you can take a bad poker hand, hold it against the wild card, think of a really good poker hand, and it will actually turn into a really good poker hand just like that. And of course, that was my dream.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these things tonight.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish we had more time to do more stuff.
Next time you have to have me come back, I'll do some more stuff for you.
All right, I'll definitely come back. What's your information?
Okay, folks that want to get a hold of me can get a hold of me on my website, azcardexpert.com.
Okay.
And my contact information is on there, and there's a little video of me performing one of the tricks you saw me do tonight here. Oh, okay. On there.
Do you have any more gigs coming up?
Not for the next week or so.
Oh, okay.
But if I do, it'll be out at the resorts or something probably coming up.
Yeah, well, it's good having you come down, man. It's real nice.
Well, thanks. I really appreciate the time.
Next time we'll have everything set up a little different, man. But this is real cool that you came down and.
Yeah, I just appreciate you having me come down here, you know, and get a chance to show you some of the stuff that I do when we have some time, you know. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Well, we enjoyed you guys watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching at home.